After following Johann's directions, you and Wrenick now find yourself in the sea ward of Waterdeep. And after a few minutes of moving through the wide and surprisingly clean streets of the ward, you reach your destination, a 3-story mansion that has a tall stone wall surrounding it. You look and can see that there appears to be a single entrance, a large, sturdy looking cast iron gate.
Well, we're never getting in this way, are we? Look at the state of that gate.
That is a little bit intimidating, I have to admit.
We're going to have to look round the back.
Yeah, sure, just lead the way, boss.
Right, have you still got your copper wire on?
Yeah, it's getting a bit uncomfortable though. It's kind of starting to dig in a little bit.
Ah, you'll be alright. Don't be so mad. We'll sort it out later. Right, come on, let's go round this way.
You quietly head around the outskirts of the property, looking for any easy way in. But it looks as if the high stone wall continues around the entire perimeter.
Right, Wrenick, we're going to have to try and get over this wall.
What do you mean we're going to have to try and get over this wall?
Can you see a gate here? No?
I don't think I'm going to be able to make it over that thing, boss.
You'll be fine. I'll use my spider shoes, get over, and then I'll give you a lift up.
Oh, or you could go up with your spider shoes, like halfway, then I could climb up onto you and you could carry me over the rest of the way.
I don't think so. You're not getting on my back.
But why not? You got the gloves of ogre strength. You can carry me.
You're too big boned. You'll hurt me back.
Excuse me, what do you mean I'm too big boned?
You're just big boned, Wrenick. Right, come on. We're going over this wall.
So you quietly and effortlessly scale this wall, flip over the top, land on the other side, no issues at all. Wrenick is going to have to roll an athletics check, I think.
Yes, so do I.
Ooh.
18.
That just about manages to get him over the wall. Takes him a couple of tries, like he can't quite get his foot in, but once he manages it, he slowly, if somewhat clumsily, manages to scale the wall, hop over the fencing at the top, and maybe not as gracefully tumbles down the wall on the other side. But the point is, he made it over, he's by your side, no one was alerted.
Oh, thank goodness for that. At least he ain't got that clunky armour anymore. That would have made it worse.
That would have been horrendous.
It'd have been like an alarm.
Oh, it would have been awful. So now you find yourself in a garden, and you look around, and can see that this garden is absolutely stunning. There's all kinds of different plants everywhere, there's trees the likes of which you've never seen, there's iron lanterns dotted around the space with enough light that it almost seems like morning.
Wow, look at this, Wrenick. It's like daytime.
I don't think I've ever seen this many working lanterns in this entire city.
I tell you what though, you're gonna have to be careful here. Look at it. It's lit up like Blackpool illuminations.
Blackpool illuminations. Right, so what's the plan, boss?
Well, we're going to have to get to the house, but we're going to have to keep quiet and low. I tell you what, we'll try and make it to the fountain, see it just there ahead of us.
Roll a stealth check for me.
Okay. Oh, 18.
Okay, so now we're going to try Wrenick, stealth check. This is going to be dicey, I think. 17?
17?
That is a flaming miracle. So you both carefully head through the garden, taking care not to disturb any of the floral arrangements. You don't want to leave any traces after all. And after a few moments you find yourself hidden behind the fountain in the centre of the grounds.
Wrenick, can you see anything?
I can't see anyone moving, and there doesn't appear to be any lights coming from the inside.
How do they sleep with all these lights coming through the windows? There's something wrong with these people. I mean, there's something to be said about living in the poor area. At least we don't have to worry about all these lanterns keeping us awake.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, thank goodness for the invention of curtains.
That's how you know you're in a posh place. They've got curtains.
Oh, right, so only posh people have curtains.
Yeah, we've only got old shutters at Troll Skull. Right, what can I see from here?
Roll a perception check for me.
Okay. Oh, 25.
Yeah, I'd say that pretty much beats the DC that I had written down here.
What can I see?
Even though that was an amazing roll, it is still a little bit tricky to see because of all the foliage that's in between you and the actual mansion. You can see that there's a pathway in the garden that leads off towards the house, and you can see there's a balcony overlooking the garden on the first floor.
Alright then, well what I want to do is I want to move up closer then. I want to jump over them edges right in front of me.
Jump the hedges,
and
okay.
move towards the house but behind that tree.
Roll a stealth check and an athletics check for me.
Okay.
Okay, so roll the stealth one for me first. Oh, I wonder how Skyden's going to do with her massive stealth bonus on this one.
I should kill this one. 11.
You just make it. Like, legitimately, just
Did
by
I?
1.
Oh, it's too big-headed too quick.
So, athletics check, please.
Okay. Oh, 22.
Oh my god. You're OP, you're overpowered.
I know, but my points are really high now.
I need to find some way of reducing your points.
You can't do that. That's cheating. I'm not having
Not
that.
if there's a narrative explanation for it.
Just carry on.
Alright, fine. So you effortlessly head across the garden. You make it over to the hedge. You just gracefully leap over it like a flipping gazelle or something. Let's see how graceful Wrenick's gonna be.
Oh, this is a nightmare.
Okay, so Wrenick is gonna see you, make it look so easy, and he's gonna try and follow behind.
Oh, dear.
Ooh, 15. That works for me. I was holding my breath for a second then. So let's see how he does with the hedge. So we're going to roll an athletics check.
A 3.
Well, that's certainly going to put a dent in the pan a little bit. So, Wrenick manages to sneak over to the hedge, no problem at all. But as he goes to try and step over the hedge one leg at a time, he gets his armour caught in the bush. It seems the chainmail on his back end is kind of catching on a few of the branches, and for a few moments he's desperately trying to yank himself free as he kind of reaches down and begins snapping off branches, and luckily after a few minutes he manages to free himself and kind of trundle over towards you at the tree, but there's all kinds of twigs poking out of his backside. Boss, not a word.
Right, what can we see now?
Well, you peek around the tree that's in front of you and you can see a doorway on the side of the building. And to the left and to the right, a few feet in either direction, you can see windows.
We're not going through the door.
Okay.
That might be a little bit too noisy at this time of night. I want to try the windows first. Wrenick, you go and look in the shorter window up the steps, and I'll go and look in the higher one over there.
Wait a minute, the short window, what are you saying?
I'm not saying anything.
Oh, I kind of feel like you might have been, you know, trying to connect some dots with it being easier for me maybe to look at because I'm a bit vertically challenged.
I've got spider shoes, so that'll make it really easy for me to take the taller window. Suck on them eggs.
Suck on them eggs.
Right, if you get a look in, message me what you see.
Okie dokie, boss, I can do that. So you split up and you head over to the slightly taller one, and yeah, it's a good few feet taller than you. You're definitely going to have to climb up.
Okay, I'm going to use my spider shoes to get up this bit of wall and have a look in the window.
Okay, do a stealth check for me.
Oh, 14.
So, using your spider shoes, you climb up the wall, cautiously look in through the window.
And what can I see?
You can see that there's pots and pans stacked up on countertops, there's utensils hanging off hooks on the wall, and there's a huge unlit open fire built in the wall on your left.
Do I see anyone?
Seems pretty deserted.
Hey, Wrenick, looks like this one's the kitchen. What can you see?
I can't really see much. There's like maybe a couple of bookcases inside this room.
Can you hear anything going on in there?
Can't hear a thing.
Okay, meet me at the back door.
Back door?
Yeah, we're going to have to go in that way.
So you regroup at the back door. I thought you said it was too noisy to go in this way.
Yeah, but it might be too much trying to get in that high window. Especially with all them twigs on your ass. We'll never get through that window.
What are you saying?
I'm only saying you look like a bonsai tree. And I don't want to risk you falling through the window making a racket.
As you're not looking, kind of Wrenick starts to reach down trying to pull the twigs out of his ass, and they're just dropping all over the floor.
Oi, what you doing?
What?
You can't drop them on the floor.
Well, I can't have him in my backside, can I? You said I look like a bonsai tree.
I don't care, pick them up, you're going to leave a trail. Look a minute, we're not Hansel and Gretel, you know. It's Dungeons and Dragons.
So he takes a moment, crouches down, picks them all back up, and just kind of tries to shove them into his backpack.
All right, I'm going to try the door.
Okay, with your lockpicks?
Yep.
So roll.
Oh, hang on a minute. This is a posh area.
Right.
They might not lock the doors at night. I'm going to try the handle.
You're just going to try just going straight for the handle?
Yeah, dead right. Does it open?
No.
Well, all right then. I'm going to get me a lockpick out.
So roll a dexterity check for me.
Okay. Well, I'm going to try and roll it up them steps.
Gonna try and roll the dice up the steps?
Yeah, why not?
Give it a shot.
Oh, yeah, 21.
Oh yeah, I'd say that's a pretty high roll. And you managed to get a little bit on the steps, I think. So you kneel down and effortlessly manage to pick the lock. And the door opens and you find yourself in a different part of the kitchen. You can see that there's fresh produce lying in boxes and containers in front of you. There's pots and pans stacked up on shelves to one side. And to your right, there's a solid looking wooden door.
Pop your head in that door and see what's in there.
Why me?
Just pop your head in.
Okay. So Wrenick moves over to the door, opens it very gingerly and pokes his head through.
Anything?
And he pops his head back out. Well, it looks like it's just for larder, boss. Like more food storage.
All right, okay then. Let's go further in.
So you move along this corridor area towards the main kitchen area that you saw when you looked through the window.
It's massive, this kitchen, isn't it, Wrenick?
Yeah, look at all this fresh veg. It's amazing. Someone's definitely getting their 5 a day.
I know, no scurvy in this house, I can tell you.
Wait a minute, what's scurvy?
It was like when you didn't eat vegetables and, your diet was really poor. Anyway, what can I see? Is there anything important sticking out to me?
Sticking out to you?
Well, anything like I should be looking out for. What's in here?
You look around the room and there's nothing really that seems too out the ordinary. It just looks like a kitchen, The cooking fire is still smouldering. Looks like it wasn't that long ago used. Ahead of you, there's a pair of finely crafted double doors. And to your right, you can see there's another plain-ish wooden door. Kind of looks like the one there where you came in.
Right, I'm not going in that door, that plain door, because I reckon that's just another storage area. And I think these fancy big doors will lead out into the house, for sure.
What makes you say that?
Well, you have fancy doors, so people coming into your house, they see fancy doors. They're not going to see a plain old wooden thing like that, are they? So come on, Wrenick, let's move over to these doors. Whatever you do, don't breathe, don't bump anything. And for whatever happens, do not fall over and make any noise.
All right, I've got it, don't worry. Klutzamaniac here will watch out for his backside, doesn't hit anything. Super quiet armor, remember? We got this, I'm fine.
It's not your armor I'm worried about. You fall over everything.
Not everything.
Just for a minute, stand near these doors. I need to listen to see if there's anyone at the other side of them.
Okay, so you and Wrenick creep over towards the double doors. You kneel down and just kind of press your ear to the door.
Okay, can I hear anything?
Roll a perception check for me.
Okay. Oh, 19.
Damn you and your bonuses.
Can I hear anything?
You hear nothing.
Oh, everyone must be in bed. Thank goodness. Right, I'm going to open the door and head through.
So you and Wrenick head through the kitchen doors and find yourself in a large rectangular room. In the middle is a long and ornately carved table with 8 chairs placed around it, and underneath there's the thickest and softest looking rug you've ever seen, with bright red colouring and golden embroidery all the way along its edge. There's lush, heavy crimson curtains covering windows, and to your right you can see another set of finely carved double doors. Oh, this is super fancy, this place, boss.
I know, look at them curtains. They're like blankets.
Oh, God, I bet they're nice and warm.
Yeah, this family doesn't shop at Primark. These are all John Lewis shoppers here. Right, we're going to head to the doors because we need to find that office Johan told us about. Wrenick, head back and shut the doors behind us.
What? Why?
Well, we don't want to alert anyone. Just say someone gets up. They don't want to see the doors open. It's got to be left the way it was. So go back and shut them.
I've got to roll a stealth check to see how quietly he does it.
Oh, this is going to be a nightmare, isn't it?
It might not.
5. I knew it. Don't know why I bothered bringing him.
So Wrenick moves back the way you came, closes all the open doors, but as Wrenick returns to the dining room, he grabs the double doors and they bang shut with a thud.
I knew it. Can't take him anywhere.
What? It was an accident.
It's no good. It's no wonder I'm no good as a thief because I've got the thief's
you just admitted it. You just admitted it.
Oh, shut up. Anyway, listen. Can we hear anything?
Well, using your kind of natural perception, you freeze on the spot, listening from all angles to see if Wrenick's little accident had been noticed. After a few seconds, you can hear faint footsteps coming from the floor above you.
Oh, Wrenick, if you've woke anyone up, I'm going to kill you.
Sorry, boss.
Are the footsteps in a small area or are they moving around with purpose?
you can hear them moving from your left, but then they kind of move towards you and head off in the direction of the door, and they get quieter as they go. And after a few moments, the sound stops. But as you continue to listen, you can hear the sound of almost sounds like splashing water, almost like it's being poured into a jug or something.
Oh, it's all right, They're just having a wee. Better hold on here for a few minutes. Just wait for him to finish, and hopefully they'll go back to bed and back to sleep.
So you hold position for a minute or two, and eventually you do hear the footsteps moving back towards you in your direction. They take a few steps to your left, and you can hear a soft thud coming from the floor above you.
Come on, let's get through these doors.
So you move on through, silently and without issue.
Right, what can I see through here?
So you appear to be in a hallway. There's another fancy rug on the ground running the entire length of the space. To your right, there's a staircase that leads upwards. And to your left, there's a pair of very heavy and sturdy looking iron doors.
I reckon this is it, Wrenick. Look at the doors. Johan said his office was on the ground floor and it had heavy doors. Right, I'm going to go over to these doors, have a look at them and see how secure they actually are.
So you head over to the doors and notice that there just appears to be one lock.
One lock? What an idiot. I can't believe he'd only put one lock on a door.
Well, maybe it's a really good lock.
Anyway, I'm going to get me a lockpick out, try the door.
Roll for me. Dexterity again, please.
Okay. 21.
Oh my flaming god. Could you please roll badly a couple of times for me?
I don't think so. That's the aim of the game, innit? And I've got bonuses.
Yeah. So you get down on one knee, spend a moment or two picking the lock. And it's a bit more difficult than the outside one you were picked earlier. But after using a few different types of pick and, really giving your skills a good workout, the lock opens.
I'm going to open the doors and go in.
So you gently push the doors, and for a moment you can hear a faint sound as the doors swing open, almost like a high-pitched squeak sound.
Someone needs to get some WD-40 on this door. Right, I'm going in. What do I see?
So you walk in and you find yourself in what appears to be a study. There's a large desk near the centre of the room covered in papers and books. All along the wall to your right there's bookshelves crammed with different tomes and scrolls, and to your left the entire wall is dominated by a huge ornate fireplace at its centre, and on either side there's more bookshelves. But to the right hand side of the fireplace you can see what appears to be a display case of some kind.
Oh, this is it, Wrenick. Don't touch a thing. Not one thing.
Alright, don't worry, I've got this, but you're a bit grumpy today, aren't you? Jeez. Have some faith. I'm not a complete idiot.
Really?
I'm not even going to dignify that with a response.
Can I see the idol?
Well, you look towards the display case, and you can see that in the middle of the arrangement stands a small golden statue.
I'm going over and I'm putting it in my bag.
Oh, you better watch out for booby traps, boss, If it was me, I'd have something rigged to blow or something.
Oh, yeah, good thinking, Wrenick. I didn't think about that. Is there anything odd I can see on this case?
Well, thanks to your passive perception, you look around the case and don't really see anything amiss. But you can hear, in the distance, seemingly coming from the floor above you, footsteps, but they're heavier than the ones before. And they're moving faster, and they're getting louder. Oh, there must have been some kind of booby trap on the door or something, boss.
Just grab it. I'm just going to grab it. Let's go. Let's get the hell out of here.
Okay, so you reach out your hands, grab it, and as you hold it for a moment, roll a charisma saving throw for me.
Why?
Just roll, please.
Okay. 4.
As you begin to turn towards Wrenick to make your escape, your vision begins to darken and fade, and the noises that were rushing towards you from upstairs become distant and muffled, almost as if you're underwater, and within a moment everything goes black and silent and still.
What's happening? What's this? What's going on? Why are you grinning? I don't like this. What's happening? Never mind giggling.
So, after what feels like a moment, your vision begins to return. You can see a pale, unfocused light ahead of you, and sounds begin to become more clearer and more distinct, and you realise that you feel like you're lying on your back. The ground beneath you is hard and cold, and you look up and can see above you that there's fluffy white clouds gently flowing in the blue sky above you.
Hang on a minute. This is like the Twilight Zone. What's going on here? Where am I?
You begin to pick out some of the sounds around you, and in the distance you can hear like the hustle and bustle of market sellers, like people haggling and calling out about handmade goods and fresh fish. And you look around and you appear to be in an alley. There's a salty scent to the air, reminds you of the ocean, and you begin to realise that you appear to be in the dock ward of the city.
What am I doing here? What can I see around me?
Well, you don't see much. There's nothing unusual about this particular alley, but you do notice that you're all alone.
What? Where's Wrenick?
Wrenick doesn't appear to be anywhere around.
What do you mean he doesn't appear to be anywhere around? Have I still got the idol?
Well, you look down to your hands to see if you're still holding the golden idol, and to your horror, you are not. But what disturbs you even more is that your hands are covered in blood.
Am I bleeding? What's going on? Am I injured? Have I been hit with something?
You don't appear to be.
Where's the idol? Is it on the floor next to me?
You don't see it anywhere.
Do I still have my stuff, my weapons and stuff?
Yeah, you've still got your swords, you've still got your crossbow, your backpack, still on your back.
So I've still got all my stuff?
Yeah, appears so.
I don't know what's going on, the hell's going on here, because you know what? You've thrown me. You've totally thrown me. I don't know what's going on.
What would you like to do?
I don't know. I'm going to get back to the yawning portal. You've totally... I'm confused. I'm going back to the yawning portal. Maybe if me and Wrenick got separated somehow, he'll go back there.
Okay, so you make your way to your feet, and you find that's a little bit harder to kind of stand up than what you were expecting. It feels almost as if there's like a weight weighing you down, like something heavy is on your back.
Wrenick's not on my back, is he? He's not holding on, is he?
Oh god, that's a flashback. No, he doesn't appear to be anything on your back.
There's nothing hanging on my backpack.
Not that you can see. I mean, it's still on your back, you can't really see.
Oh, I want to look inside my backpack then, something's going on.
Alright, so you slip your backpack off and go to open it, and you can see that there's blood stains on the fabric near the opening.
Oh my god, don't tell me Wrenick's head's in the bag.
No. You know, you open the bag, no head, but you do see the idol.
No way, the idol's in the bag.
Idol's in the bag.
This is weird. I am totally confused of what's going on, what's happened. Just get me back to the yawning portal.
Okay, so you head through the streets of Waterdeep towards the yawning portal. You burst through the doors and find yourself in the familiar surrounding.
Can I see anything in here? Can I see Wrenick?
You do a quick scan of the room. It's pretty quiet. There isn't really many patrons around, and you don't see Wrenick, but you do see Smitty.
I'm going over to him. Take me over to Smitty.
So you move through the room over towards Smitty, and as you approach, he looks up at you. Ah, Skyden, lovely to see you. And he looks around for a moment. Huh, no Wrenick this morning?
Right, I'm going to hold my hands up in the air so Smitty can see all the blood on my hands. And I'm going to say, Smitty, I think I've killed Wrenick.